the Torpedo League F1 series. We are live for the Baku Grand Prix, live in Azerbaijan. Beautiful city, full of historic
Buildings.
what's the fucking word I'm looking? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Historic buildings. Obviously, the castle section being one of them. Very, 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 very tight section to the circuit. You could definitely not go too wide through there. But my name is British Army, also known as Clint, and I'm commentating alongside the one and only Jackson of 55 F1.
Hello, great to be back again for what should be another thrilling race around the streets of Azerbaijan.
And we have a Haas and a Ferrari out on circuit. The Ferrari of And So It Goes, and the Haas of... who is that?
Is it Iron Apple? Yes, it is indeed Iron Apple.
Ah, right, okay. So it's Monsieur Iron Apple. But I believe it's And So It Goes, the first car to go round the track.
Indeed it is.
All on soft tyres.
Of course, in Q1, no advantage trying a slightly harder tyre. So no surprise that everyone has gone with as Preston.
There we go. Preston has joined, so we have 19. So Q1, 18 minutes. Q2 being 15, I think. And then Q3 is 12.
That is correct, yep.
Right. So, tyre strategies around this very tight, tricky circuit. Jackson, what do you think?
Well, if it was me, I would prefer... I mean, last season, I bet my entire race on the medium strategy, qualifying on the mediums in Q2, starting on the medium tyre for the race, and going to the hards. It almost worked for me in the end, but so that's the thing about Azerbaijan, is you have to prepare for a safety car. That's a big part of the race. Yes. In all the times Speed League has been here, there's always been a lot of safety cars. So expect safety cars to have a big effect on strategy and the racing. So we could see a very mixed up field, and perhaps even a surprise winner, or at least I should say a surprise podium today.
Yes, indeed.
That's the thing. Starting on the soft tier, whilst it is, I'd say, a slight disadvantage, it's definitely not. It's not race ruining, especially with all the safety cars. I'd compare it most to Singapore, where the quickest strategy is to qualify on the mediums. But because of the likelihood of a safety car, in the end, it's the decisions you make in the race, not qualifying, that make the difference. And we'll have to wait and see sort of those situations when we often see experience really pay off. Like the drivers like Kyle, drivers like Why Was Pips, those sorts of drivers that have been here a long time. Fair's another one that sort of always seems to thrive in those situations. It's those sorts of drivers to look out for when we see a bit of a crazy race like that. And perhaps start to spring some surprises.
I mean, for me, there's going to be a hell of a lot. A few of these drivers are going to be fighting for the pole position. So, one of them, Preston Brennan, he's very, very quick. He could help. Jake Marsh could be a shout. Shane could be a shout. Fairs definitely could be a shout. For pole position. Also, Harry could also be a shout for pole position in the Alpine. So yeah, there are quite a few drivers that could possibly take pole position. Even Thopia could be a shout as well. And Charlie is already...
He's in the pits and he's clicked retire. That is an interesting strategy there, so he'll be starting last. Harry.
Hang on a minute. Does he have a qualifying ban?
He does indeed. That is why.
Yes, there you go. So there you go. So Iron Apple is already beaten, and so it goes his time, and Harry beating that by 1.2 seconds. 1:38.1 for Harry. Great lap there for him. Ever since slots in fourth place with a 1:40.0 in the Mercedes.
There's a great lap from Harry to set the early pace. It's going to be interesting to see how that develops throughout the session, because that's the thing. As we start off, we see the lap time that looks so much quicker, but who knows? We could in just I mean, still got almost a second gap to P2, but we could see in, I don't know, 5 minutes that someone obliterates that lap time and goes another half a second quicker. So, especially around a street circuit like this.
Or also known as Carson Webber, is just slotted straight into P2 in the AlphaTauri. With a 139. No, Thopia beats that 138.605 in the Ferrari. Shane, the other Alpine driver, jumps into second now. So it's an Alpine 1-2 so far. Great lap there for Shane.
There appears to have been a slight incident here for Bo as he...
Oh, Timbed is retired. He is out. Oh no, he's crashed in the fast left-right-hander that's going down the long back straight. That is unfortunate there for Timbed. That is not good for him. So he will be starting in 18th position, no doubt. So Jake Marsh on a lap, he's going up through the castle section. We're right on board with him. Sorry about the ice cream truck in the background, guys. And no, I'm not buying anyone any ice cream, so you can all jog on.
Currently, 2 Renaults out front. Harry on a 37.9 at the moment.
Oh wow, he's gotten even quicker then.
Yeah, on a second lap. That's something around these street circuits is a big part of it is building that confidence in the lap, just being able to push that little bit harder, and often doing those back-to-back laps is really useful because you have that little extra bit of knowledge of where you left a bit of time on the table, and that's once you got that first banker lap in, you can risk a bit more on that second lap, and that's exactly what Harry's done.
Exactly. So Jake Marsh coming down the start-finish straight. Where will this place him? It will put him 5th, 139.1.
I must admit, I expect a little bit more from Jake, but I mean, as I said, around tracks like this, you build up your pace. So
bearing in mind, it's only his first lap, you know, so you know he could go quicker.
Very true. Very true.
Who's next? Preston Brennan crosses the line, 3rd place in the McLaren, 138.2. But the lap time there for Harry is an absolute belter.
There appears to be a Mercedes and a Racing Point parked up at
Yes,
turn 3.
I am currently riding on board with Evan, who is... I think they were just getting out of the way.
Yeah.
The drivers behind them. And Foreverson has just run out of fuel as soon as he hits the pit lane entry. Herod is on a outlap, Fairs is on an outlap, and so is Justin on an outlap. Or it's just.
Preston are not on a flyer at the moment, I believe on an in-lap. A bit of a glitch here with his gears. Okay, that's gone nicely. Has Jake not on a lap? No, he hasn't. Let's have a look. Can we find anyone that is on a lap? Bio's Pip's not on a lap as well. No front wing for Bio's Pip.
Just started it. Justin has just started them.
Should we go on board with Justin then, as he makes his way through turn 2 now? Going right up against the wall there, lovely. That's crucial to use absolutely every bit of the road. As he now makes his way...
The key is to come in tight and out wide, but trying not to get too much of the wall. Otherwise, that could really do a hell of a lot of damage to the car.
Yeah, big difference around here. To comparing it to real life, is that around here you'll see that a lot of the curbs in the game are, it sounds super shady, but actual curbs. You can see that it affects the car. However, in real life, a lot of those curbs are painted. Of course, some of them are actual curbs, but others aren't actually there. So whilst in real life these drivers can ride them much easier, the drivers here are having a bit more trouble with them. So that's one of the differences that you do see occasionally in game. A minor inaccuracy, which I'm sure that they'll sort of fix eventually. But to get a good lap around here, you've got to know the limit. And like a lot of street circuits, that limit is usually the wall. However, because of these curbs, it isn't actually always the wall, and you can easily spin up your wheels, get a bit of wheel spin, or just sort of hit the bottom of the car and just understeer and just lose all grip off the road. But Justin comes across the line now.
Yep, P4. And he slots into 4th place, 138.4. Good lap there for Justin. Who's next? Fairs is the next one in the Alfa Romeo. He's coming down to complete sector 2 now. Oh, he cuts a lot of that corner. Oh, lucky not to invalidate there. Looking very, very quick. Going 8th gear, coming around the fast right-hander. DRS wide open. Getting up to 336 kph, and he goes quickest, a 137.524. So roughly about 0.4 of a second quicker than Harry. Herod jumping into third, splitting the Alpine drivers. Says a 138.160. So
I have actually put effort in this week, and I have got the TAS lovely up on my laptop in front of me.
Lovely!
So I have a bit of better overview, as that is Herod going straight on there. Who's on lap now? It looks like Justin about to complete another lap, perhaps.
Rotten is in the 14th at the moment. He's on a lap. He's not looking very, very quick, but he's giving the car everything.
That's all you can do sometimes. Currently on his sectors at the moment, sector 1 about 1.6 temps, 1.6 seconds off the quickest. Sector 2 about 1.7 seconds off the quickest. So it definitely isn't a flyer of a lap here from Bo.
It's a 141.2 for
comfortably last there.
Yeah.
That's not the lap Bo would have wanted. Who is on a lap now? Should we have a look? Currently Ferracin is on a lap. 2 temps up on his best. In the first sector, Ferracin is 6 temps off the quickest time so far.
And it's Jake Marsh running out of fuel, that's why the yellow flags are out. And so it goes as invalidated.
What's Ferracin going to do in the sector?
He's 2 tenths up at the moment.
Let's see what he does. They go through these high-speed left-handers here into the... I would regard as one of the toughest corners in the game, and he gets very close to the wall there. He touched it just barely. The sector time for him, a 40.3.
Yeah,
which
he's
is
lost a bit of time there.
Off. He's 1.8 seconds off the pole as things stand. Let's wait and see how things go as he makes his way into the final sector. Down the final straight. I mean, the final sector is pretty much entirely flat out once you got the power down of that final proper corner. Oh, was that Shane that's lagged out?
Yes, Shane has lagged out.
Do you think you can give him an invite?
Yes, I can try.
And Ferracin 13th there. Not a perfect lap, but it had shines of pace. So if you can just put those together, then it'll be an even better lap time for the Mercedes driver. FRL Fuzzy currently on a lap now. He is 2 attempts down his best as he makes his way around the streets.
Shane has rejoined. Lovely jubbly.
Let's see, what is FRL Fuzzy doing on his current lap? Sector 1, about a second off the best, so I'd imagine he's going to back off on this, but it does look like he's still pushing on.
Oh, yeah, he's getting a rear end really out of shape there.
We'll see what this middle sector is, but I don't know there's much point watching this over much more.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's anything.
And
he's
there we go.
He's backed out.
So let's have a look at him on a lap.
Sin,
Topia on a lap as well at the moment.
Forever Sin is going for another run, I believe.
Topia in the first sector, 6 temps down. It seems like a lot of drivers struggling to get up to pace at the moment, which is unusual.
Yeah. Topia jumps into 8th place for 138.6, and there is yellow flag, and that is a driver in the pit lane retiring, I believe.
Topia a bad exit there, and I'm sure that'll be his lap over. While his Pip's not... yeah, I think he just finished his lap. Ferracin, has he gone for another attempt here? It looks like he might have.
No, he's coming into the pit lane now.
Must have run out of fuel.
No, he hasn't run out of fuel. He's just come into the pits. So, Smiles Kyle now on circuit in the Haas. And thank you, Kyle, for setting up the TAS in the Twitch channel. Appreciate it. Wish you all the best of luck, Kyle.
Jake feels comfortable with his current lap time, and I would have to agree with him there. Looks quite comfortable at the moment. With 2 drivers that are retired and are out of the session, that means that only 2 drivers will go out in this session. And with Bo currently looking quite a bit off the pace, he looks set to be out in this session. Trevor Sin here has got a good chance at getting through if he can improve his lap by a couple temps here, which for the rookie would be great. Iron Apple, another rookie going into this season.
Getting into Q2, first time this season so far.
Iron Apple, another rookie that went out in Q1 last race. He's on P10 at the moment. He's looking even more comfortable in his car, so that's a good showing for the rookie so far, which is always nice to see.
So, Smiley's Kyle just coming down the start-finish straight now to start a timed run.
Keep an eye on the sectors at the bottom.
Kimmy's not in a hurry to get out, I don't think
he's going to get out in time, you know.
No, I don't think he is either.
So if Kimmy's out as well, only one car's going to go out here on a time.
Kyle getting really out of shape out of turn 1.
That would be a shock Q1 exit if Kyle does go out, so he has to really...
he has to push hard here.
But at the same time, he can't dare invalidate on this lap. And so it goes currently on the PB in the first sector, so he'll be going a little bit quicker. He is currently PB in the first 2 sectors, so about 2 attempts off on his previous best lap time. This task is amazing.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Kyle's first sector, 34.666. That's about 3 attempts off the purple first sector. So that's a very good first sector, especially seeing as we saw that big moment coming out turn 1.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic first sector for Kyle there. There's yellow flags up ahead
there is
for him.
yellow flags in the castle section.
But it's Preston just slowing down a bit. Perhaps he's
he has lost wing. He has lost wing. It was Preston that would crash in the castle section. Luckily, Kyle missed all the carnage.
And so it goes on a 1:39.1. Oh, Kyle in the wall.
Kyle clips the wall.
I doubt it would have hurt his lap time too much, but let's see when he comes across the sector line now. 39.9 in the middle of the sector. That is 8 tenths off the best. So as things stand, he's about 1.1 seconds off the best. Now let's wait and see. It's the run to the line. It's hard to be much slower in the final sector unless you've got quite high wings. So let's see, what can Kyle do? I think he'll be through, but where will he go? P10.
So
exactly the same lap as Why Always Pips. Exactly the same lap. Wow.
Lovely job. Good job there for Smiley's Kyle to keep it there. And so it goes, is a 10th down at the moment.
I'm going to watch Bo here, as he's had a big moment. Can Bo knock Freversin out of this qualifying session? Bo is currently slower than Freversin in the first sector. I think Freversin here and Iron Apple both look good for their first time in Q2.
Has Bo changed his name again?
Yeah, we did say...
I did say
that...
Rotten is Bo. Right, okay, so yeah, okay, now I know.
Across the line goes Bo, and 16th, and that is confirmed our bottom 5 for Q1. The driver's knocked out.
And Freversin is up at the moment. Could he get could he gain another place?
I mean, good practice,
FRL Fuzzy crosses the line. Oh, he jumps straight up to P4.
Great lap there from Fuzzy.
Freversin now. Can he get himself into Q2 for the first time this season?
Currently he's down his lap, but what will he be in the final sector? It is down.
No, he can't. But he still manages to get through, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
Freversin and Iron Apple get their first Q2 appearances of the season.
Lovely job. Good job there for Scott.
Fuzzy on debut here, so that's another first time Q2. So a lot of these drivers will be very happy to get into Q2 there. Evan, another driver who is close to the bubble there, and he's got through. So, but our Q1 eliminations are Bo in the Williams car, and it is Tim Bed in the McLaren, Charlie in the Rebel, who was serving a qualifying ban, and Elafar Kimi in the AlphaTauri, who did not leave the pits at all during that session.
Who you on about? Who you on about, Todd? Who forgot their DRS? Sorry, someone was in my chat just said, "Oh, did he forget DRS?" Might be saving the DRS. The DRS is drag reduction system, baby. So basically, it's just the rear wing opening up. ERS is what you save. That's the electrical recovery system.
In Q1, Fair's top
You
session
might
with
have
a
done.
blistering lap,
I don't know. I
1:37.5.
can't remember.
Harry 4 attempts back, so Fair's currently looking like the favourite for pole, but Harry definitely in the mix. Hurled in third, another driver that looks very much in contention. FRL Fuzzy with another strong lap there. Late in the session that came, so perhaps track acclimatisation helped him out there. SMM Shane in P5, Renault's looking very strong at the moment. And there's Preston.
Alpines.
We're on F1 2020, so it's a Renault. It's a McLaren in 6th place. It is Jake in 7th. Then it is Justin in 8th, Topia in 9th, and Wireless Pips in 10th.
Todd, you might be right. It might actually be a glitch, but we don't know. We have no idea. Apparently, Forever Sin's DRS didn't open.
It was probably because if he was watching the stream or had someone in the party with him like Charlie, then he would have known he was safe and probably didn't bother opening it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That would be my guess. As we now go into Q2.
Yes. 15 minutes worth of absolute blistering hotness.
So this is where we start to see tyre strategy creep into the picture, as a few drivers perhaps will try the medium tyre. Now, as I said earlier, it's often a race, especially around Baku. Strategy is often a big decider in the race more than it is in qualifying, but on the off chance that we have a safety car free race, then the tyres that the driver starts on could very much be crucial.
So Iron Apple is on the mediums.
Haas driver going down the straight towards turn 3 there.
Okay, so the drivers on the medium tyres are Shane, Thopia, Jake Marsh, FRL Fuzzy, Iron Apple. They're all on the mediums. They have those fitted. So Iron Apple will be the first driver to start a lap, I believe. Yes, he will be. I don't know who's behind him.
Second car is so first car is Iron Apple. Second car is Topia. Third car is Preston. Fourth car is Shane.
Alright. Charlie's just notified me. He said I told Scott and he backed off.
I was correct.
Yes, you was. You called it.
It's not often I get things right, so it's nice when it happens. Yeah. Iron Apple will be the first driver in this session to start his flying lap. He's really weaving those tyres. I must say that's probably isn't the wisest of decisions. Perhaps, maybe, given that these are his starting tyres, you wouldn't want to get them too much worn. But through the flat out part of the lap, thrilling circuit, I must say. These cars flying around the streets here is, through some other parts of the track, really a sight to behold. As Iron Apple makes his way down the front stretch, heading towards turn 1 now. Uses all the road he can. DRS slam shut on the brakes. Gets the car turned in third gear. Uses all the road and exit, going all over that curb. Getting right up to the wall on the white line. Now getting it turned in for turn 2. A little bit of a straight after this corner, so you really need to nail the exit as he puts his foot to the floor.
I'll wait until Jackson's finished, Charlie.
And Iron Apple makes his way down towards turn 3, braking hard, getting into the apex again. Now this is the part of the lap where you don't want to touch the inside curb too much because they're quite big and can unsettle the car and hurt your exits a bit. As he now lines it up to one of the trickier corners on the circuit. Many tricky corners at this place, as taking a bit of curb down the inside. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now into the tightest parts of this racetrack, into the left hand, using as much curb as he can without invalidating. A little bit of wheel spin there, but nothing too bad as he turns up the car section, the tightest corner on the track, gets it through here now. This is where it gets just unbelievably quick. Through the flat-out left-handers, one after another, and now slamming on the brakes for a downhill, tricky left-hander, turn 15, quite a lot of the F1 drivers in real life. Iron Apple manages to get through there today. Into the final proper corner, it's a crucial exit here. He takes a bit of curb on the inside. Sometimes, again, it works, depending. You have to manage the curb you take us now through the flat-out part of the lap, down the longest straight in, well, the longest flat-out part in Formula 1 on the current calendar,
2 kilometre long straight.
Takes the tightest line What's this lap time going to be for Iron Apple? P1 40.0 on the mediums. I'd say that's quite a good lap.
Very good lap. So, I have a question for both of us.
Okie dokie.
From Charlie. He says, what tyres shall I start on? Mediums or hards?
I'd go hard. Just open. Yeah. I'd go mediums.
See,
Open yourself up.
me personally, if you want to get track position, then, and you want to move up the order quickly, then I'd say mediums. If you want to, if you want to go for the undercut on the pit stops, then I would definitely say hards.
I would again go with Clint here, but sort of I'd say sort of the advantage of each tyre. Starting on the softs, it gives that extra grip. So if those rounds are on a harder compound, you can use that in the early stages of the race and hope for a safety car, to then take hard to the end. Medium, it's a nice middle ground, so you've got the grip, but you also have the durability. With the mediums, you can then choose to go to the hards to the end if an early safety car does come out. But then you're perhaps not getting the most out of the grip. It's very much the safety tyre, I'd say the medium, the tyre is.
Yes.
It's very much a low risk strategy to start on the mediums. Hards. Yeah. Now, they're a tyre that you're hoping for no safety cars early on. You're hoping for a nice clean run to the end and maybe a late safety car to come into play there. And then, so I'd say highest risk is the hard tyre, but it depends. It's the highest risk, but it's also arguably the highest reward. So if you want to have a nice safe tyre, I'd say go with the mediums. If you want to try and get some early track position and rely on an early safety car, I'd go for the softs. But if you want to roll the dice, risk it all, start on the hards, go long, and try and get lucky with a late safety car. They would be the options that I would give.
So, SMM Shane is in pole position at the moment. First place, shall I say, at the moment with a 138.7 on the medium tyres, and he is on another run, I believe. Or is he going to pit? No, I think he's going to pit. He's on the left-hand side of the circuit. Yeah, he's pitting. FRL Evan jumps into second place with a 139.6, but Weil is Pips jumping up to pole. First place in the Red Bull 138.4 on the soft tyres. Now, it's quite a mixed strategy going on. Jake Marsh is on a lap. He's just going down the second straight.
Making his way through this tight and twisty part of the lap, lots of 90-degree corners. A little bit of an inside lock there, he broke a bit too late there. However, didn't cost him too much on exit. That gets a turn. Another lock up on the inside. These medium tyres don't seem to be agreeing with Jake at the moment. But of course, on these sort of on the medium tyres in quali, it's often something you don't prepare for in the same way you prepare for softs in quali. And of course, in real life, the teams prepare for every occasion. But that was very close to the wall there from Jake. He's really risking it all here. But at the moment, that is invalidated. That looks like it's going to be close to it, and it was. But yes, Jake now not going to set a lap. Now the question is for Jake: will he switch to the softer compound and sort of safely get through to the next session, or will he risk a bit more wear on his medium tyres to start on them?
I do apologise if I'm quiet for part of this, because a friend of mine is doing a one-chip challenge.
Okay.
The hottest, or one crisp challenge, the hottest crisp ever to be invented. He's going to do that live on stream, so I want to see his face and his reaction. I want to see him squirm.
That does sound entertaining.
Yeah. He's going to die. He's going to die. Literally. So, what was the game that you were who was it? Marcus Ericsson? No, Christian Ericsson, wasn't it?
Yes.
What game was that?
Denmark, Finland.
Right. Well, they have kicked off again, and it's Finland 1-0.
Oh, okay. Whilst we're on the subject, of course, we send our best wishes to Christian Ericsson, and hopefully makes a good recovery. Preston,
I don't believe he is. Yep. Oh, 137.4.
That's a very quick lap there. I think that would have been top in Q1. So Preston flexing his muscles and going to the top of the timesheets. Harry has just started a lap now.
Todd just said, no, I had a 0-0 prediction. Sorry, mate. Sorry to burst your bubble. Little bitch is going to suffer enough. Yeah, he's definitely going to suffer. So Fair's coming across the line and he goes third, 138.1. So a lot of the drivers now jumping onto the soft tyres.
Harry's trying to make the medium tyres work. I think he waited a bit longer than most people to try and get the best track sort of conditions that he could.
Where is he on circuit? He's going through the castle section now, so we'll ride on board with him to see what happens.
I'll have a look at his sectors quickly. Sector 1 was a 34.8. The current quickest sector 1 on medium is a 34.9. So it's a good first sector for the medium tyres.
Gets a lot. That curb goes out wide, hits the wall a bit there. He's going to lose a bit of time.
Yeah, he's got a bit of damage now as well, and I think he may just back off of this lap. Oh no, he's still pushing on. Middle sector was a 39.8. The quickest middle sector on the mediums was a 39.6. So now he is about 1/10 down on his teammate, but his teammate's going to give him a lovely bit of tow down the straight towards turn 1.
That's the idea.
Shane
yeah, and he does. Yeah.
And Harry
goes
goes
up
P6.
to P6 ahead of his teammate at 138.709 for SMM Harry.
That tow was worth about 2 tenths a second. I'd argue maybe 3 or 4 tenths a second. Given that Harry had that damage, that probably hurt him a bit on exit. So I'd say about 3 or 4 tenths gained through that slipstream there. So good teamwork there from the Renault drivers.
But here we see Forever Sin. He's currently on another lap. He's 3 tenths up at the moment. Looking to be very, very good. He can get himself into the top 10 here.
Currently, quite a way off the current top. Let's see what's he going to do. As Preston thinks his first lap was good enough.
Yep. Crosses the line and he's 9th. 139.6. Good lap there for Forever Sin, getting into the top 10, but he is on the brink of getting knocked out.
With Jake gets out a lap, you'd argue should quite comfortably get into Q3 and sort of top another driver who's currently sitting outside. And Fuzzy P4 in Q1, so a few drivers there that look like they could be getting into Q2. No, Q3, sorry. But nonetheless, I'd say Ferguson's still got a good opportunity here. As he is looking to get into his first Q3. Got a first Q2 appearance, now it's time for his first Q3 appearance. So let's see what he can do. Currently top of the rookies, if I'm not mistaken. Now through the castle section for Ferguson as he comes in back to the pits. Let's see, anyone out on a lap? Harry's coming into the pit lane. We've got a few on out laps now. What's Jake? And Jake has invalidated another attempt. It could become a theme for today, I worry. And so it goes, is I believe finishing his attempt now. Doesn't look too great, but it is P10. Solid lap there for And so it goes, about 2.2 seconds off the current P1 time. Now, who'll be the next driver to come out and set a lap? I believe Jake might be about to start a flying lap. Yes, he is. Let's go on board with the Williams driver here for his attempt to get into Q3 here. Driver that made a strong recovery after spinning on lap 1 last week and then made his way back up into 5th place. Looking to get himself into Q3 here. Down to 2nd gear up into 3rd, gets a good exit. Making his way down towards turn 3 is Ferguson. Believes that his lap is the best that he can do. Ferguson now will have to wait and see what the others around him do for their lap time to see if he has a chance at getting into Q3.
Yes, indeed. Ferguson obviously retiring in the pit lane. He's 9th place at the moment. But And So It Goes could do the upset here. He is running out of fuel as well. Can it last the rest of the lap? He's purple sector 2. But he's still down on his time though.
Jake purple in sector 1 at the moment.
Ooh, first lap though, first lap.
This could be a time sheet topper here for Jake as he comes towards the end of Sector 2. It's going to be a 39.3 in the middle sector, so that's he's lost about 3 tenths in that middle sector there.
And so it goes, did not get into the top 10. But Jake Marsh could possibly... Yep, he knocks, and so it goes out of Q2. Forever Sin is sitting very comfortably at the moment in P10, but it could all come to a head because you've got FRL Evan, Thotya, Iron Apple, and FRL Fuzzy on laps.
Fuzzy's going very quickly at the moment.
2 seconds quicker. So this could be Forever Sin getting knocked out of Q2.
Fuzzy now heading towards the line. Long run here. Got a lot of time to think, which can sometimes be useful, sometimes not. And Fuzzy comes across the line and goes into P7 there, so that's pretty much like that. Should be locked in to Q3 there for Fuzzy. Smilex Kyle does not get into Q3 currently, as SMM Shane is out of qualifying. Shane is in 11th place and has invalidated his lap time. So Shane will not get into Q3. Now Harry is now on the border. He is pushing. He's on the softs now to see if he can get through. Let's see what he's capable of doing. So let's see who's behind him. And so it goes, will not get through. Smilex Kyle is on a lap currently. So Smilex Kyle looking to get in.
He's 8 tenths up at the moment.
So it's now Smilex Kyle versus SMM Harry as they head towards the line now.
Can he do it?
Let's wait and see. Kyle across the line and goes P8.
And he does.
But can Harry respond? Can Harry knock FR11 out of the session? Down past the pit entry. And across the line goes P2.
He goes P2. Lovely job there for SMM Harry. So that is FRL Evan, Iron Apple, SMM Shane, Forever Sin, and so it goes out of qualifying. And on that note, I'm going to take this opportunity to go for a little tinkle.
Okie dokie.
I'll be back.
Bit of information for all of our viewers. Currently, the fastest sectors. Fast Sector 1 goes to Jake Marsh in P4. Fastest Sector 2 currently is held by Preston Brennan in P1. And Fast Sector 3 is currently held by Harold in 5th place. But of course, the fast lap overall held by Preston. Now we essentially wait to see what is the battle for pole position. I think it's fair to say the big shock of Q2 was Shane getting knocked out there by about 3 tenths there. So that's not what Shane would have wanted if he wants to try, and he missed of course round 1. He wants to try and perhaps get a championship challenge together, but that's not the way to do it. However, Azerbaijan is a track you can definitely overtake on, so don't be surprised if we see Shane with that alternative strategy making his way up the order in the race and making himself up into the lead group and potentially fighting for the win. Preston there topping Q2 with Harry and Justin in 2nd and 3rd. Now prepare for qualifying 3, the battle for pole, the exciting one, the one where you never quite know what's going to happen, and often the closest one. All the drivers prepared, they'll have saved tyres for this session. I mean, some of them will, some of them may have gone all out to get into this session to begin with, so perhaps we will see some with their tyres burnt up and not being able to go for 2 runs, as I believe Clint has returned. Hello.
I have. I've just figured out something that I should never ever do again.
What's that?
Sneeze and wee at the same time, because it makes an awful mess.
Well, that is something that, you know, that is information. Fairs will be the first driver out onto the track.
Yes, indeed.
Fairs had a solid Q2, however given that he tried the soft tyres, I'm surprised he wasn't higher up in the order. So Fairs is either hiding his pace, or he perhaps is struggling a little bit more, although his Q1 pace was absolutely rapid, so it's hard to tell at the moment who is going to come out on top.
Well, I'm sure we will find out sooner or later. So, predictions. Pole, second and third.
Ooh, I'm going to go Pole Fairs. Second, I'm going to go with Preston. Third, I'm going to go with Harry.
Okay, I'm going to go Fairs Pole, Harry second, and I'm going to say Jake Marsh third.
I just have to wait and see now. We didn't get many right last week, but we did our best.
No, we didn't. Well, we did actually. We just...
we got a couple. We just got in the wrong order, didn't we?
Yeah, just in the wrong order, yeah.
Let's get up our details here. Everyone will be on the soft tyres for this final session.
Yep.
Fairs comes through the flat out, almost an S section. I don't know really. How would you describe this part of the lap? This sort of those final few kinks, because it's not really an S section because it's not really an S. It's more of a Z. But at the same time,
I just say fast left right handers. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
it might as well be a straight. Let's face it, really.
Well, yeah. Ooh, Fairs getting a bit squiffy on exit of turn one. Back end wanted to step out on him.
We saw
Keeps it
Kyle
nice
do that in
out of turn two. Yeah.
So it's clearly a bit of a tricky traction zone there for some of these drivers. Diving
Especially if they
down
hit
to
the
turn
curb.
3. Yeah, I mean you have to use that curb for the speed. Use all the road, but at the same time it does sort of lift the car a bit, and that's the thing. Often, not a lot of the time, you have to sort of take risks to absolutely be on the limit, and often that leads to a reduction in grip that you have to sort of balance out and get used to. But currently, fastest in the first sector is currently Fairs. I take it back. Currently fastest in the first sector is I take it back. Currently, no, he is right.
I take it back. I take it back.
I take it back. Fastest in the first sector is indeed still Fairs Milan, as Harold has invalidated his first attempt. Well, that's an outlap, so
okay.
I believe he's invalidated his outlap. My apologies. But yeah, so genuinely, the fastest first sector is indeed Fairs. For some reason, it's given on the task. It's showing purple for a slower sector. So it's a good job I can count.
Yeah.
Fairs now coming down the final straight, down the motorway in Baku. Look at all the skyscrapers around this beautiful city. Fairs 19 Milan goes P1 with a 37.4. That's around about the same as what Preston did in Q2. That is a very
Harry goes to 37.8, so 4 tenths off Fairs in. Just slots in right behind him.
Solid lap time.
Yeah, 138.4. Preston 144.8.
I'm the guy on blame here and say that Preston backed out. Yeah.
With no front wing. I might add.
I'll be taking the Hamilton line at turn 1. He's back on track now. I'll be honest, I don't think that front downforce package is quite optimal.
Why Pips has wing damage, so he's going to be pitting.
Indeed he is, yeah, he's backed off of this lap as well, so... I wonder how Preston got... I wish there's a replay feature in this game. I'd love to see how Preston got all his wing removed.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's quite... Oh, he's hit the ball again there. I'm sure he's quite happy that it's still on the session. Especially how unforgiving the barriers around Baku can often be.
Hey, indeed. So I'm riding on board with Jake Marsh as he's coming round turn 14. Now round turn 15. And I can smell fire going off somewhere, so I believe someone's having a barbecue. Lucky gits. I mean, it's the weather for it, so why not?
It really is. As long as you're appropriately socially distancing, if you have got members of another household with you.
Yes, indeed.
But Jake comes across the line now. Let's see what his lap time is going to be.
There's a 1:37.8, so it slots him into third place. So my prediction is looking good at the moment.
Mine not so much. Preston, I need you to up your game a bit, mate. Perhaps keep your front wing for your next attempt.
So FRL Fuzzy coming down the long straight now, the 2 kilometre start finish straight, and he's pitting. Evan
in the chat has pointed out that within his team, he is very much the because he is new to the team. To the Racing Point team, which is essentially an Aston Martin. He is the Seb, and he is starting P11 in Baku, and therefore he will finish second.
Well,
if that comes through, credit, that would be fantastic. That would,
it would be. That would be a great drive, but yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Let's see who is on the lap now. It doesn't look like so 2 cars on track, both on in laps. So let's look at this then. I don't know what to say. But yeah, after the first attempts, 4 attempts ahead of the field is Fairs 19 Milan. Harry in second. I have to say, I think Fairs perhaps pushed a bit harder on his lap, I'd guess.
Yeah.
Because Preston, we know definitely can match that pace. We still want to do it in Q2, so we know Preston has that pace. However, Harry, there's that question mark. He was second by quite a bit in Q1, so perhaps Harry is going to end up not fighting for pole here like we often expect him to do so. But I mean, Harry's race pace in Bahrain was outstanding. So if Harry's starting in the top 5 here today, I wouldn't count him out for a great finish. That is Flo Williams of Jake on the front straight, who has run out of fuel.
I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Qualifying pace is going to be rapid, but race pace is a whole different kettle of fish. You've also got tyre strategy and all that jargon, you know, and so it's all to play for in the race, you know. Very race true. Pace, because obviously the cars are going to be weighed down with fuel, you know. Traction is going to be very off the grid, so to speak, you know. So who knows? It could be anyone's. It could be anyone's. We could see an upset and someone else winning, you know, we don't know.
I mean, in Baku, anything can happen in both qualifying and the race, so I'll have to wait and see here. But currently, a quick look at the sectors. Fairs are unsurprisingly fastest in the first 2 sectors, the sectors where it's all about the cornering. But in Sector 3, Herod currently is fastest, so perhaps the Mercedes driver is running a lower downforce package, which is giving him that top speed that he needs. But currently sitting in third is the Mercedes of Herod, so a good drive so far for him. And now we'll probably be watching an empty pit lane for about another minute.
Well, just to update you on the footy scores, Belgium are 1-0 up against Russia.
Yep.
While we're sitting here waiting for the drivers to come out.
Is Finland-Denmark still 1-0 to Finland?
I will double check. It is, yes. It is still 1-0 to Finland, 79th minute. So the game is nearly kaput. Obviously, Wales and Switzerland, the earlier kick-off, they drew 1-1. Good game by all accounts.
As cars are coming to the track.
Woohoo!
Wise Pips will be the first driver out onto the racetrack now. Down into turn 2. Preparing for his flying lap. Currently without a lap time is Wise Pips are perhaps in validation or not enough tyres for a first attempt. I will keep you updated with the sectors for this run in Q3. So when these guys are out on track, I will keep you up to date with who's doing what in each sector. I believe that's yes. Harry may have had a little bit of an off there on his outlap. For a little bit of a yellow flag there. Maybe he's just going slowly, but easy to make mistakes here. As only one car remains in the pits, that's Harry, and he is leaving now. So snake of cars makes its way through the middle sector of a lap up the car section goes while it's pitched now. Making his way through the left and right.
Yes. Todd said, let's go. I have Lukaku as my captain in fantasy. Well, he's doing good. He's the only goal scorer so far, so while his Pip's warming himself up, getting himself ready for a one and only run. And this is it. He opens up the throttle, comes down the 2 kilometre long start finish straight, opens up the DRS now, gets it up to about 336 kilometres an hour. 337, 338. Wow. Top speed there for Wyo's Pips. Coming round turn 2. Keeps it nice and clean on exit. No wheel spin whatsoever. The DRS is open again. Coming up to turn 3. He's got to keep it tight to the barrier here. Hits the apex very nicely. Now turn 4. Oh, he clips the wall on the exit there.
That's a bit too
Luckily,
much there.
that does not get damage.
Sector 1 for Wyo's Pips, 3 attempts off the fastest. Next driver to go through that will be Fairs. And Fairs sets a new faster Sector 1 with a 34.2.
Oh, Wyo's Pips hits the wall in the castle section. That is front wing damage for him.
Let's go and watch Fairs then. Let's go on board with him as he attempts to complete his lap. He goes clean up the castle section there. Currently, fast in the first sector is still Fairs. However, it's very close between him, Preston, and Jake, and Harry. First sector, it's pretty much neck and neck here, with no more than the 10th in it between like the top 5 or 6. As they now make their way down.
On board with Monsieur Harry.
Fairs coming through. As Fairs in the second sector is new fastest second sector for Fairs. But that is not taken away just yet. But Preston has matched Fairs in that middle sector. However, is marginally down at the moment.
He's coming down to the second sector now.
Jake's second sector is not optimal. A couple attempts off his Fairs. 1:37.0. Great lap there from Fairs, who will be next across the line. Preston, only of 1:37.2 there. It's a flying lap, but just not got enough to get Fairs. Then it's Justin into P6. It is then the AlphaTauri of FRL Fuzzy going to P6. Then there's Jake Marshall to P3 there. And
Harry crossing the line.
Harry goes
P3
P3
for Harry.
What about Harold though? Can he bring a surprise? P4.
He's P4. Good job there for Herod for the Mercedes. Wow. Oof.
And I was right with my predictions, so...
Well, yes, you was. Good job. Good job. Good job. So look at that. There's a 10th in it between Fairs and Preston. 3 tenths between Fairs and Harry. Shaping up to be a good race here. But Smiley's Kyle not setting a lap time, so he starts P10.
So maybe he ran out of tyres after the first session. Perhaps wanted to start them, who knows.
I want some chocolate chip cookies. I fancy some chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip. Yum, yum, yum. I'm so sorry. I'm being a fat bastard again. Ow. Mum.
But after qualifying, Fairs and Preston will be on the front row. The top 2 in round 1 of the season reversed for qualifying for round 2. This could get a bit spicy in the race.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Fairs won't make the same mistake he did last week, which is giving Preston clear air. As the drivers now prepare, they choose their strategy, they make those decisions. And let's see what they will do as they prepare for what should be a fascinating Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If it's anything like it was in real life, I will be very happy, and I would count ourselves very lucky.
Yes.
Just hopefully no tyre failures.
I wish all the drivers the very best of luck.
Me too, as drivers start loading in now. They've made all the final changes they can, final decisions, getting everything absolutely how they want it. And even after all that effort, it can all be thrown away on lap 1, so that's why you have to be so millimetre perfect when racing, especially around a circuit like Azerbaijan. Clint, would you like to run us through the grid order?
Let me finish my cooking first.
I'll do the top 10, then you can talk us through the bottom 10.
Okay.
Okay, so in P1, it is Fairs 19 Milan after an absolutely outstanding qualifying lap. Then it is Preston in P2, the winner from round 1. Another strong performance from the McLaren driver. P3, it's our reigning champion Harry, a much better qualifying than he did last week. But can he do much more? Starting where he finished last week, can he gain any more positions? It's Harold in 4th place, the Mercedes driver involved in a lap 1 incident last week. Can he avoid the carnage this week and get himself perhaps onto that podium? Jake Marsh made a great recovery, another driver who had to recover last race. He's starting P5 today. Defrel Fuzzy on his debut in P6 as a great qualifying there for the AlphaTauri driver. Justin in the Racing Point will be starting 7th. Then there's Topia for Ferrari in 8th place. Then Huawei's Pips in 9th for the Red Bull team. He's reserving there today. Then there's Smartless Kyle driving the Haas car. That'll be starting in 10th.
And we have FRL Evan in the Racing Point in 11th position. Iron Apple for the Haas in 12th. SMM Shane, unlucky for him to get knocked out of Q2. He lines up in 13th. Forever Sin, great qualifying for him, obviously being last in Bahrain, now in 14th for Baku. He is on the hard compound tyre, and he's landed in that 14th position. We have, and so it goes in 15th. Bo is 16th, Timbed 17th, Charlie in 18th, and Kimi lines up at the back in 19th position.
So now we prepare.
Yep. I will hand it over to Jackson, my good sir. You are doing the start.
Here we prepare for what should be an entertaining race.
And I'm going to stuff my face with cookies.
Enjoy yourself.
How fun.
As we prepare here, drivers lining up to the grid. The final car to arrive on the grid will be that of LFR Kimi. Starting on the hard combat tower, it's got a mixed strategy further down the order. Interesting, it's the second week in a row that a Renault has started in 13th place. Last week it was Harry and took it to P3. This week it's Shane. Can he repeat Harry's great drive last week? As the cars make their way to the grid. The final car is pulling into position. And the drivers at the front prepare for the 5 red lights. Revs are rising. And we are racing in Azerbaijan. Can Fairs get a good start? It doesn't look like he did. Preston has got up the inside. Will Preston push Fairs wide? No, he doesn't. He's careful. He's racing very respectfully. There's that
there's a McLaren around
the background. But Preston has taken the lead of the race into turn 2. Sending up the inside goes Preston. Fairs now will be looking to take that position straight back on the run down to turn 3. Gonna look to the inside. Can he go for it?
Shane looking to get past Iron Apple round the outside.
Into the wall.
Can
is
he
Fuzzy.
do both for the Haas cars?
Fuzzy into the wall. He's losing it in front of the pack. That's Kyle having to back out there on a move on Fuzzy. Fuzzy with big wing damage there and has backed up this group of cars, causing a bit of carnage here. As they move through this tight and twisty section, Fuzzy with half a wing is still fighting like it's for the win. Heading down towards this tight and twisty part of the lap here. Drivers making their way through here. Fuzzy into the wall again. Fuzzy not having the lap 1 that he would have needed.
Oh, Jake Marsh has binned it into the castle section. Jake Marsh is losing positions. Very big damage. Got barge board now for front wing. But Preston Brennan into first place. He is 0.8 of a second in front at the moment, and Jake Marsh is falling down the order again.
He's pulling out the way. He's doing this smart, letting everyone through.
Yep.
The one thing he needed was a safety car in lap 1 here, but he isn't going to get one. It doesn't look like.
And Fuzzy is now falling down the order as well.
Also with major wing damage there, does Fuzzy.
Why was Pip sizing up Justin?
Battling up and down the field here.
Cannot get past.
Oh, crash! Massive crash on the pit entry! That is Bo out the race and the safety car is immediately deployed. That was a massive crash.
Okay.
Oh, that was a big one. Bo heavily into the wall.
Did he miss his exit or what?
It just looks like hard racing down the straight. I'm gonna have to watch a replay on that one, to be honest with you.
Oh, that looked, yeah. You kind of shit the life out of me then, Jackson. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was a massive crash. It crashed on the pit entry there.
So that is the first safety car of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
That is Bo actually saving his teammates' race. As well as Fuzzy and Timber, who also pits for some fresh boots. But Preston leads the field on lap 1. Round 1 winner looks to make it 2 in a row here. But we know Fairs is very quick here.
Well, hopefully he's not sitting there in his boxer shorts with a copper chatting to him this time.
That would not be ideal.
I mean, that was hilarious though.
I'm going to go have a look at the replay now to see who was at fault for the incident. From my view, at least. Let me know if anything happens on the track. So it was a freeway battle between, and so it goes, Harry and Bo. And so it goes, went to the inside, and oh, that is a strange incident. I would guess there's some lag involved. My best guess is that Bo made a last-minute decision to pit.
I can't see it, so
I will send it to you.
Okay.
Let me know if anything happens on the racetrack whilst I'm doing this.
Yep, no problem. Well, Preston is sitting in first place, Fairs in second, Herod in third, Buckley fourth, Justin fifth, Wires Pip sixth, Smilers Carl seventh, Shane eighth, Iron Apple ninth, Forever Sin up 4 places, he's up in 10th, he's in the last points position right now on the hard tyres. So he's really, really doing well. Charlie on the mediums is up to 11th, up 7 positions. FRL Evan down to 12th. And so it goes in 13th. Harry is in 14th. How? I don't know. 15th is Kimmy. Fuzzy in 16th. Timbed 17th. Jake Marsh 18th.
I'm guessing Harry had some sort of incident on that one that we have missed. Perhaps involved with the Fuzzy incident. Perhaps also involved with the Jake incident as well, as there's a few incidents there on lap 1 around that position.
Right, I've had enough cookies for now. I'm not going to get too fat. Or too, yeah. Yes, Thopia, you will have to speed up a little bit, my lad. You don't want to be getting penalised for it. Apparently, Bo has said it was voters' fault. And so it goes his fault.
I will send you the video now.
Right, okay.
Just sending that now. Safety car, will it be in this lap? It is indeed in this lap.
Yes,
so whilst you're reviewing the footage, I will call the restart whilst you review the footage.
I shall indeed.
So the driver's warming their tyres up now. Preston will have control of the field as of now. Where will he go? Now at Baku, it's good to go late. You don't want to give the drivers behind the slipstream down towards turn 1. When will Preston go? It's quite a quick restart, I must say, going at about 90 miles per hour, but at this part of the track, the safety car pulls away quickly.
Yeah, okay, my analysis is, and so it goes, was at fault for that. He didn't move out of the way to make the pass, clips the rear end of Bo, and Bo just gets sideswiped straight into the pit wall entry.
And we are back green here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Preston leads the field into turn 1. Herod trying to put some pressure on us. That's some battling further down the order. It's Justin and Thomas going wheel to wheel into turn 2. Smartest car right behind the both of them. Justin in the wall.
Wow, look at this battle for 5th place. Justin losing 4 positions there.
There you go. Makes
and Apple goes deep.
Then you had Ferguson right behind him there. As they
Charlie making a move down the inside.
Oh, bit of contact. Charlie can lose a couple places
gets
here.
past now.
Can Harry follow him through? Harry's going to try and go around the outside into this part of the track.
He gets the inside line.
Not enough on the exit, though.
Not enough, no, but Charlie goes defensive now.
Oh,
what the hell is going on there?
It's just, well, yeah, that's, I saw this.
Oh, Kid Fuzzy! Fuzzy's riding on top of Harry right now. Look at this! No, oh my god. What is going on?
For the sake of the younger viewers, I'm going to switch to a different view. Let's go watch the battle for the lead. Fairs is within 8 tenths at the moment, and therefore will have DRS when it's enabled on Preston, but that won't come for another couple of laps.
That was crazy, dude.
I've seen that. Last time I saw that was Monaco season 4, and the time before that was Monaco season 1, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Oh, Harry spun! Harry's lost the rear end.
How has he lost it there?
I have no idea. I think he was
There must have been some contact there. There must have been some contact. As the reigning champion is down in 17th place.
If you can, please.
Topia is going to go up into 4th place on Wawa's Pips.
I think, no, okay. Yeah, Harry is lagging really, really bad.
Battling here between Ferguson and so it goes. Oh, big crash.
Oh,
Charlie's got damage.
That is weird. That is weird. Harry's just gone into the pit lane to change his front wing, right? Yeah, he is lagging extremely
Ferguson's around.
bad.
Ferguson's around. There's been a massive, big incident here in the mid-pack. Ferguson with big wing damage. So has Charlie. So Charlie and Ferguson, their races are massively hindered now. Both drivers with major wing damage to their cars.
Harry is glitching all over the place. He is under the actual racetrack itself.
In the wall.
Oh, he's saying he's got a new front wing.
Ferguson with big damage here. That is the end of his day. After running in the points at one stage, he is now down in 16th position. Both likely to melee in the mid-pack. As Evan's going to be catching him very quickly, and he does rightfully stay out of the way of the faster cars. DRS is now enabled.
DRS is now enabled.
Fairs is there and right on the back of Preston at the moment. And
okay, a quick
DRS range.
football update, so I do apologise. Belgium are now 2-0 up against Russia.
Into the pits, Charlie, and Jake also with wing damage. Both of those drivers are in the pit lane. I assume Ferguson will follow them in at the end of this lap.
Sure he will.
Fairs on the back of Preston here, 6 tenths back, which is very close. And if they get to if he's that close when we get to the straight, that could well be an overtaking opportunity for Fairs. Looking to get his second win around these streets. Making his way up the castle section now. Fairs always lost a little bit of time there to Preston, but he's caught it back up again on exit. So, oh, Preston spun! The leader has spun out!
No!
Preston has spun from the lead of the race.
Oh, Preston, no!
He has avoided damage, but
he's got a glitch as well.
He did not. Oh, contact with Iron Apple and Preston's in the wall. I think he may have got away without damage there. That time he did not.
There is lag. There is lag from Preston as well. Not looking good.
Preston, he's thrown away the lead. But Herod is now on the back of Fairs. Fairs had to check up there to avoid the incident. Herod now is going to go for the lead of the race here. It is only his second Torpedo League F1 start. Can he continue Mercedes'
The rookie.
record?
Fairs
But
is
Fairs
pitted.
into
Fairs
the
is
pits.
pitted.
Fairs coming
But
to the
Herod
pits
will
now.
be pitting this. Herod will be pitting the end of this lap, but he needs to get a bit of a gap here. He needs to have a good in lap to get back out.
What tyres will Fairs go to? He's going to the hards. He's going to the end of this race now. He gets out just in time before the Haas blocked him. Now, Herod has got an opportunity to take the lead here. Fairs definitely made the right decision to pit. That was a good call from him, though. He's going to lose the lead, so try the undercut. That's a good shout. Now Herod has to set the lap of his life. Use all the grip that's left in these on these soft tyres. Soft tyres that are currently worn at 60%, so they are not in their prime. But Herod making away.
Well, he will come out behind Fairs, so...
Fairs, though, on those hard tyres, they're not going to have that much grip. So let's have a look at the
he is
gap
17.2 seconds behind.
Let's see if that
Herod
gap
is
goes
first.
bigger or close. Let's see if that gap closes in or grows.
It's growing. He's just taking a second out. Oh no! Fairs is actually gaining. He is actually gaining.
It's quite stable
Slightly.
at the moment, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think Herod. It's going to be close here. It's going to be close.
No, it's fine, baby. Not Harry.
As in the wall, it's Jake Marsh. Out the castle section and virtual safety car. That has just given Herod the lead of the race easily. All of those,
Straight up.
Topia and Herod, are absolutely thanking the motor racing gods here. Because
Hopefully Herod gets a great pit stop here.
he doesn't even need
Needs
it
a
with the virtual
good
safety
pit
car.
stop.
He's going to have a great lead coming out of the pits here. With this virtual safety car, Fairs has very much been screwed over here. He may even lose his position to Topia. Where is Fairs going to come out here? It's going to be behind Herod. But by how much? It's not much. It's only... I mean, Herod is the car in front of him. Topia will come out behind.
The
And back
RS
to
is
green
now
flag
enabled.
racing.
Back to green flag.
Jake Marsh with a completely missing wing, I think. But Fairs now loses the net lead of the race, but Herod is in traffic. LFR Kimi and Timbed are racing in front of him, so he needs to clear these two cars quickly. Traffic is always a big thing in Baku. So let's see. He needs to get past these guys quickly, but safely.
But Shane on the hard tyres, he's going long. So he is currently your race leader at the moment. Iron Apple in second, and So It Goes is in third. Kimi in fourth. Timbed in fifth. Herod in sixth, right behind Timbed. Oh,
Pushing him
nose to
through
tail.
the corners. No point going for a move at this part of the lap because you know they're going to get you back down the straight. Will he look for it though?
Oh, no, he's
No,
not.
he
He
won't.
backs off. He backs off. But
Smartly.
Fairs is catching as well.
Oh! Herod, did he get damage?
Ooh, no, he
I
didn't.
think
No, he
he,
didn't. No, he
he has
didn't.
avoided damage. That was a big moment there for Herod.
That was, yeah, massive moment.
And Fairs is now on the back of him.
The dirty air is going to be horrible.
3-second time penalty, multiple warnings for FRL Fuzzy.
But Herod is going to get the DRS. Overtake enabled, DRS enabled, and away he goes. See you later, ta-ta.
Can Fairs get the position as well? No, he's too far back on this occasion. It's a car between the two leaders now. So Fairs really Fairs really have to work for this win. First Preston got him at the start, now Harold's got him on strategy.
FRL Fuzzy getting past FRL Evan.
And let's watch this group here from on board with Fairs. We get a really good idea of how much the traffic affects you here. You can see Harold now being held up by Kimi, and Fairs being held up by Timbed. Will Fairs send it? No, he won't. As that's up the inside is Harold. That could end badly. Around the outside of there. Oh my, that there is a fantastic move there from the Mercedes driver. That's the moves you need to make when you're in this sort of situation. Kimi also lost to Timbed there in that battle. Fairs now with 2 cars between himself and Herod.
Yeah. Fairs needs to get past both of these cars to have a shot of winning this race. Sector
crashed at the
2
castle.
yellow flag.
It's FR11. He's done a Carlos Sainz.
Oh dear, straight off.
Got it back going again, and he's back in the race. Fairs has got past Kimi.
Needs to get past Timbed now.
Gonna have to hunt down Herod now. DRS is open in now. He's gonna surely get him easily. He's using all he's got. Tim takes the outside line. Fairs up the inside. Contact between the two. Fairs around.
There's contact. Fairs is
Tim
round.
has spun out.
Oh no!
Fairs there, making his way back onto the racetrack. That is Fairs' chance to win. Hurt badly there. He needs a safety car, arguably now.
And now he's got Preston right up his gearbox.
Oh my! Both of those drivers having spins in this race.
Oh dear.
This has been utterly crazy so far today.
Indeed.
That there, Fairs, Tim. That's the thing when it comes to racing this. I said it with traffic. You've got to make your moves. And Herod made a risky move and he made it stick. Fairs made for a move that should be quite easy and didn't. And it's now you can argue it's different drivers. Maybe one driver gives like the different opponents, I should say. So Kimi and Tim did very much different drivers. So will it be less aggressive? Tim, you could argue, was too aggressive.
Kimi's in the wall in the castle.
How much damage? Massive. Oh, look at his wing. He's hit Topia. Topia's now got damage as well. Topia is not happy at all there. Topia with wing damage. Kimi, nearly in the wall again. That wing damage hurting him a lot as he gets out of the way of Kyle. Now got Thomas behind him. Why was Pip sorry? Kimi pulling over and out of the way.
And now he's got Fairs right behind him.
He's going to let Fairs through. He's going to let Preston through as well.
And Preston through, yes. But Preston, look at this. Right on the gearbox of Fairs. He's looking to get the overtake done. DRS detection zone open. He's not got enough speed. But Fairs getting past Why Always Pips.
Up the inside.
Yeah.
Will he make this move work? Looks like he does.
Yes, he does. And Kimi is in the pit lane.
That's Preston up the inside of Thomas. Why Always Pips, sorry. And Preston now gets ahead, following Fairs through there.
But Shane having a blinder of a race right now. He's 4.3 seconds clear of Iron Apple. Having a good race so far. There's not really other battles going on apart from Kyle's catching Thopia.
I mean, Fairs will be on the back of Kyle soon. Topia with that damage is going to be under pressure from Kyle and then Fairs.
There is quite a lot of drivers who have got the
Shane with wing damage. Shane with wing damage in the lead of the race.
Yeah, he's
Shane
right wing end
not
plate.
helping himself. Let's see, can Topia hold these guys back now?
I believe Shane's pitting. Yes, he is. Shane is pitting. From the lead of this race, Iron Apple also pitting. And so it goes. No, Herod is now your race leader. He moves into first place. And so it goes. Now sits in second. Timbed in third. Iron Apple fourth. Not for long. Smiley's Kyle is now fourth. Fairs is fifth. Preston's sixth. Why was Pip seventh? Iron Apple comes out in eighth place. Shane into ninth. Possibly. No, Justin in ninth. Shane in 10th. Evan 11th.
Fairs up
Charlie
the inside of Kyle.
in at 12th.
Fairs up the inside of turn 3. Oh, it doesn't seem like he's got the confidence to make the moves at the moment. Oh, that's contact between Preston and Kyle. Preston nearly put in the wall. Does Preston have any damage there? He does not. He's got away with that. But Fairs, it just seems like he's lacking the confidence to make the moves. I mean, up the inside of Timbed. I mean, yeah, you could argue Timbed turned in, but still, considering the grip and the speed he had, you'd think he'd make that move in one go.
Indeed.
And then with
Oh,
Kyle,
there's a yellow
that's
flag.
it's top gear, up the escape road at turn 2.
Oh dear.
Not been his day.
Turn three.
My mistake.
Copy.
Now, Fez,
Oh dear lord.
about 8 seconds. Oh, Fez, big moment there. Nearly into the wall. Kyle under big pressure from Preston.
Well, this is definitely shaped up to be a good race. And so it goes, and Timbed get podiums on their debut season.
I mean, both of them have to
in
pit.
F1. Yes, they do.
Preston going for Kyle. Can Preston get this move done in one go? Kyle appears to be battling it quite hard, and he pulls back into the slipstream there. And Preston up into 5th place now, which will be a net P3 after Timbed and Anserkos have pitted. I expect Tim to be in a few laps' time. Perhaps he'll try and go to the softs and stretchings. That is Charlie passing Evan, as Evan is now in the pit lane.
And so is FRL Fuzzy. Harry moves up to 12th position now. 9.5 seconds away from Charlie, who I believe Charlie will end up pitting again.
I know he can go to the end. Charlie can go to the end. Just about, but yeah.
Shane all over the back of Iron Apple here. And so Justin getting in this fight as well.
Next
there's
driver.
contact between Shane and Iron Apple coming up to the castle section. Shane struggling on these hards. Iron Apple, sorry, struggling on these hards. Shane's got the speed. Moves to the outside, backs off a bit because he doesn't want to get put into the wall.
Oh, he's got wing damage. Shane with wing damage.
Again.
Lost an end plate. And it's
but
a shame
look at this.
Shane.
Justin right on the back of them.
Oh, a bit wide there for Justin, not quite optimal. But Shane could get past Iron Apple anyway here. And he's looking to get past him. Going into the pit lane instead to replace his wing again. The next car that Fairs will have to pass will be Timbed.
Yes.
And that is also the car that spun him. So let's see how this goes down. This could be interesting to watch.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. But he's still got Preston right behind him. So he's in a McLaren sandwich right now. Not looking good. And Kimmy gets past Shane, who's still in the pit lane. No, he's just got out of the pits.
Fairs very close to the back of Timbed here. Let's go on board with Fairs briefly.
And Preston right on the back of Fairs.
Fairs knows now he cannot make any mistakes here. He has to get this move done in one go and not let Preston through in the process.
Yeah.
It's critical to get this move done here and now. No mistakes like last time.
But Preston is getting ever closer. I think there was a tiny tap.
Timbed has let Fairs through.
And Preston.
Interesting.
Bit of team orders there, I think.
Preston is going to be all over the back of Fairs. Fairs will not have DRS. The other flag detector too, I believe that's Jake with another incident. And virtual safety car. Fuzzy's retired. Preston did get Fairs, did he?
Yes,
Preston
he did.
Did get Fairs in time for net P2.
So VSC has been deployed for the crash of FRL Fuzzy. No, I don't know if that was on... whereabouts on the circuit was that?
That was the castle section.
Right. Okay. Might have just lost control or clipped the barrier or something.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
No, that's alright. Half time between Belgium. Score still 2-0.
As green flag racing has resumed. Preston now got Fairs right behind him. Fairs again finds himself behind a McLaren. This time it's Preston, not Tim. And so it goes, I'm sure, will be in the pits in a few laps' time, as his tyre wear is now at 61%.
Who's?
Jake is in the pits now for a replacement wing. And so it goes at 62% wear.
Ah, right, okay.
I'll have a quick look at what the warning situation is for most of these guys. Preston on 2, so he's one off a penalty at the moment, so that could come into things. One warning for Charlie, one warning for Tim, one warning for Shane, one warning for Evan, and one warning for Jake. So the only driver that's on the verge of getting a penalty at the moment is the driver currently in a net P2, actually P3.
Oh, look at the speed that Fairs is carrying. He make the move down the inside of Preston. No, he can't. Preston brakes a lot later than Fairs, and still keeps third position. But they are gaining on, and so it goes. And so it goes. Needs to think about pitting sometime soon. And there's a yellow flag, sector 2. And it's Jake Marsh.
Forever actually. Both of them
Oh no, there was a collision between them too.
Both have got massive wing damage.
Oh dear.
Ah, those two having a collision, that is not what they would have wanted.
No.
One Mercedes in 17th, the other one leading the way at the moment by 8.3 seconds. Great drive from Herod, just avoiding the carnage, and that's, as I said, that's what you got to do around here. And Herod currently on his way to perhaps his first victory.
First on the road. Victory as a rookie driver. Is he a rookie?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
On the tyre wear front, he actually has the best tyres of the net top 3 by about 2 or 3%. No, 3 or 4%, sorry. So Herod looks like he has all sides covered. However, a safety car is always possible around here, so who knows what can happen.
But Preston now all over the back of Ansorigo's. Will Ansorigo's pit this lap?
I think he might leave it another lap or two and try and go soft. When he's gone this far, he might as well do another 2 laps.
Yeah.
He's pulling over to the left. Will he pit?
No. But Preston now gaining. Fairs looking.
Can Fairs get Preston as well here?
Oh, no, he's looking at it. He's looking at it. No, he won't.
And so it goes now on a great view of this battle going on in front of him. I think Ansorigo is going to try and go for the soft tyre for the second stint. He's at 68%.
Fairs is looking to make the move down the outside! Round the outside of Preston and gets the move done.
Nice move there
Preston
from Fairs.
Could not defend that. Fairs carried a hell of a lot of speed. Used up quite a lot of VRS. And Tim Bed is now in the pits. Shane in the pits again.
Fairs now with Preston all over the back of him. This battle for P2 is really heating up now. Can Preston manage to take back the net P2? Preston has to think about penalties though. That one warning away, as Jake has broken his wing again. And has major wing damage.
He's only just come out of the pit lane.
Yep, it's not been Jake's day.
He's not having a great race today.
Preston now, can he make the move? Fairs has a little bit less ERS than him. So, in the DRS, Preston half a second back. Around here you catch so quickly. But Preston looks happy to sit in the DRS for another lap here. Not using any of his ERS, just conserving it. Making Fairs do all the work at the moment and pull them along.
So we are on lap 18 of 26. Herod is your race leader at the moment. Fairs in his second place. Preston in third. And so it goes, doing really, really well in 4th, Kyle in 5th, Wyrwish Pips is 6th, Iron Apple in 7th, Justin in 8th, Charlie in 9th, Harry in 10th, Kimmy 11th, Doppler in 12th, Evan in 13th, Timbed in 14th, Shane in 15th, Jake in 16th, and Forever Sin in 17th.
Preston's still sitting half a second back here from Fairs. He has a big DRS advantage now, he really is conserving it. That's the thing when you have that DRS.
Like he's going to lose another position here because Kyle is catching him really, really quickly. And so he goes, gets wings damage coming out of the castle.
I think he's pitting this lap anyway. I think he'll be pitting this lap anyway.
But that's going to impede his pit stop right there. It's going to be an extra few seconds.
Safety car, virtual
safety car. Charlie is out.
Out, and it's up the castle. Heavy hit up the castle. He's really declared it there. Harry now up into P9. Kimmy will get up into P10 here.
Harry having a good recovery drive here.
Oh, thank God for ghosting.
I know, right?
Yeah. Charlie's car making the castle section about half as wide, and for that part of the track to get any less wide is really a danger. And now we await the return to green flag racing as Antokos has pit now. The virtual safety car will help him a little bit here. He will come out in the points, but that wing change is going to hurt him.
No, he's got a 5-second penalty as well. Oh,
that's
no.
for his collision with Bo early in the race. He's going to come out in P8 though. Just about, I think.
I don't think he's changed his front wing.
He is not, you're right. He has not changed his front wing.
He hasn't. He's kept it. But he's on the soft tyres though. Can he make these work?
It's going to be tough.
He's right behind Harry right now. So Harry is a sitting duck.
I don't know if that's the Mercedes of Forever Sin.
Oh, no. And so it goes, you've got to brake earlier, mate. If you've got wing damage, mate, you've got to brake just that bit early. Nearly went right into the back of Harry then.
Well, that is not ideal for a guy that already has wing damage. Not even any more on top of that, as Jake has still got wing damage. Let me check. Is that actually true? Or no, yeah, he does still indeed have wing damage.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's not been Jake's day. Far from it today.
No. No.
I don't think even a safety car would get him back into the fight here. I'm not sure. He's just about on the lead lap, I think. Yeah. But if he pits, he will not be on the lead lap. So that is why he's not pitting with that wing damage. For those that are wondering.
No.
That lead coming down a bit now for Herod, but with only 7 laps remaining in this race, he's not got too much to worry about. Preston here, go for the move.
Preston making a move down the inside. He says, "Thank you very much for." But Bears keep up the rear end of him. Obviously, Preston having the away.
As it goes, does get past Harry. Will Harry fight back here? Harry's going to actually have the DRS. And so it goes past him that quickly. Harry's going to be the one with the DRS here, but he's not going to use the DRS. Harry knows he's not having a good race now, and he's going to accept the points that he has, and hope that a safety car comes out before the end of the race. This battle for P2 here really hotting up. Both of these drivers very similar on pace, and that DRS really being the thing that makes the difference at the moment. I'll check a warnings whilst we're at it.
Okay.
Preston still on 2. Then Torpedo on 1, Evan on 1, Tim on 1, Shane on 1, Jake on 2. And that is your warnings update.
Okay. Ugh. Oh, Preston getting really, really screw-whiffy coming out of turn 14. Needs to keep it consistent now. There's only 6 laps remaining.
If Preston can hold on to P2, as long as Preston gets the podium, I believe he will have the championship lead.
Yes.
However, second place will be Herod, unless... well, no, as long as Herod wins this, he will get second place in the championship.
Look at this. The toe, Fairs looks to the inside. Braking. Oh! Very,
cameras really
very
don't like
nice
me
and
there.
clean. Very nice and clean.
But Preston holds position.
Yellow flag,
That's-
sector 2. That is a castle section.
That's Shane.
Who is that?
Shane in the Renault.
Yeah.
Big wing damage.
Yeah. Massive wing damage. Barge board for him.
So Shane's day. Not getting any better
It's
here.
going from bad to worse.
Preston holding on now to that second place position. Could we have a final lap change of position? Could we see a repeat of what happened last season between Fairs and myself, actually? As Shane has retired, he's crashed at turn 15.
Oh no. So he's clipped the wall too hard. And that is his race done. Sector flag, yellow 2. And that is Preston!
He's crashed up the
Preston's out.
castle! He's crashed up the castle!
No!
Preston's virtual safety car is deployed. Only a virtual safety car. How the hell is that only a virtual? I mean, thanks, Codemasters. Preston
Safety.
throwing away P2 and the
Oh,
championship
no.
lead. That's what you've got to think about at this stage of the season. And Fairs takes second place, but he has wing damage. Fairs, perhaps contact between the two as Preston crashed. Perhaps Fairs flipped the back of him.
Definitely would have been.
DRS back enabled, and the racing is back underway here, as that is a shocker for Preston. Harold now is lead up to 9 seconds. Kyle now into P3. What a drive from the Briton. Thomas, Wireless Pips in P4. Iron Apple in P5 in his rookie season, and on fresher tyres than those in front of him. Iron Apple has a chance at a podium here. Iron
Yes,
Apple
he
has
does.
a real chance at a podium. He's got fresher tyres than those in front of him.
But Herod is still 9.4 seconds
Big mistake
in
from Kyle.
front.
This is the battle to watch. Can Iron Apple, in only his second ever Torpedo League F1 race, get onto the podium? I mean, you gotta like the story. You gotta like the story of a rookie in his second race getting the podium.
I know.
But he's quite low on his ERS at the moment.
Especially first place.
I mean, I don't think he's
Oh,
gonna get
wow. Who?
that. Iron Apple.
Oh, Iron Apple. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But he might possibly get a podium nonetheless.
I think, and that's the way to Harold. Iron Apple's a proper rookie. He had to get into a he had to go through Torpedo League F2 to get into Torpedo League F1. So he's a proper sort of a real junior in Torpedo League. Whereas Harold joined straight into F1. So whilst he is also a rookie, not quite got the same credentials. Hasn't had to work for it like some of the other guys do. And when you see a driver really work to get through F2 then into F1, it just makes it feel like a little bit more sweeter. At least that's how I feel.
Freverson, it looks like he's going to be boxing to retire the car. He has got his spanner on. I don't know if he might just stay out and just finish the race, but who knows.
Iron Apple in the DRS of Wales Pipsy has to manage his DRS here if he wants to try and take P4 here. I'm not sure he'll be able to get Kyle. Kyle looks like he has that pace and that little bit more ERS. Well, I say a little bit, he's got a lot more ERS at the moment, does Kyle. So whilst Iron Apple is in a good situation at the moment, I think P4 could well be the maximum, but a P3, P4 for Haas would be an insanely good result for the team.
Yes, very, very good result for team standings. And Shane has left the session. That was a really, really bad race for Shane. Hopefully he can redeem himself for next week.
Yellow flag, and that is a
Yellow
Renault.
flag.
No, it's a Williams. It's Jake, who has crashed again
Jake.
and has now gone a lap down.
He's now
His
got
race
moving again though.
officially, in terms of getting back on the lead lap, is over. Nothing of a safety car can save him now. Not been Jake's day in the slightest. And I think he might get back out on there for another fast lap attempt.
Possibly.
Who actually has the fastest lap.
It is SMM Shane 140.3. Iron Apple sizing why always pips up.
Looks close this time, but
I
isn't
think
close
he's
enough.
too far back. I think he's too
Just a
far
bit.
back to get it.
Yeah, he's making Thomas use all his ERS though, sorry, while his pips.
But look at this, Herod is now 10.5 seconds in front. The gap has increased.
His wing damage is hurting him for Fairs.
It is hurting him really, really badly here.
Luckily he's got that big gap to Kyle, so he'll be safe from that way.
Yes, indeedy.
Iron Apple here on the back of Huawei's pips. Trying to put the pressure on, but he doesn't look like it. I think that grip is just fading away from him now. Whilst he does have the advantage, it seems that advantage is slightly lessening as the tyres wear. Another crash in the second sector. Who's that?
And again, that is the castle section. And I believe that was Jake Marsh, I think. No.
I'm not sure if it was actually. I think it might have been the AlphaTauri of Kimi. I don't think it was. I don't think it was the castle section. It looked a bit earlier this time. Iron Apple this lap has got surely the move done on Thomas. Again, sorry, Bio's pips. As Jake has slowed in the second sector. You may be right with it being Jake.
Goes defensive. Goes down the outside, but Huawei's pips has still got the inside line. Ooh. No, he doesn't get it. Iron Apple has got 4th place.
Great
but
result
Justin right on the back of this battle as well now.
Could Justin steal away that P5 from Thomas? Oh, damn it, why always pips?
Just
I'm not
call
doing
him
very well
Thomas,
today.
I do sometimes. You know, you slip-ups every now and again. We are on the penultimate lap of this race, lap 25. Herod is still your race leader. Outstanding driver, I might add. Now, does this guy have a mic? That's the question.
That is indeed the question. We will, of course, invite him.
Yes, and if he does join, then bonus. If he doesn't, then that's unfortunate, because we would like to get to know, or like to know how the hell he's pulled this off. Sheer luck, I might add, no doubt.
I think, I mean, I wouldn't say it's sheer luck. I would say it is a great drive, avoiding the carnage. Both his rivals got caught up in incidents, Preston spinning and then crashing. Fairs, of course, having that moment with Tim. I mean, he's just avoided it all. He's made the moves when it counted, and stayed back when he needed to stay back. And it's been a fantastic drive from him, and a very deserving win. And I must say, good to see that Mercedes are going to keep up their record as long as he can survive this final lap of the circuit.
Back on top form is the Mercedes.
Yep, their win in every season record looks like it's going to continue this season. There's some questions whether last season Preston managed to get it done in Hungary. Now, Harold trying to get it done early in the season, take that pressure off himself, and just focus on getting the results. Harold will take the championship lead with this win.
Yes.
I believe. Let me check that actually. By 1 point he will over Fairs. So it's close up front. Similarly close to last season, if I remember correctly.
Herod is now coming around the castle section for the final time. Now round turn 12, round turn 13, up to turn 14, braking very hard, hoping he doesn't clip the wall on exit. No, keeps it very nice and smooth. Now round turn 15 for the final time. Down this curvy, long 2 kilometre straight. Fast left, right. Boom. Boom. And now he comes down. Oh, sugar. Hang on. There we go. It comes down the long back straight for the final time to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in absolute style. Congratulations to Herod. Fares with wing damage, finishes in 2nd place. Smiley's Kyle getting onto the podium. Once again, Herod getting 4th place for the Haas team. Why Pips finishes in 5th. Justin finishes in 6th. And so it goes. The superb rookie driver comes home to win, gets 7th place. Great drive for And So It Goes. Harry getting 8th place. Evan 9th. Kimmy 10th. Thopia 11th. And Timbed just narrowly missing out on the points, gets 12th. And Forever Sin will be in 13th position, as you see all the carnage on the start straight there. So, party.
Yeah, but a very entertaining race. Kimmy gets the games driver of the day. Also, I'm not sure who I'd give mine to. I think I'd give mine to Herod. That's a great win, I'd say.
Yes, I would definitely say that. Okay, Herod, and then Smiley's Kyle, and then Fez. Monsieur Fez, there you are. There you go, done. So there you go, your race winner is Herod with a 11.1 second lead over Fares in 2nd, Smiley's Kyle in 3rd. That's your podium right there. Iron Apple, great drive there from him to get the Haas 3-4. Pips 5th, Justice 6th, and so goes 7th. Harry 8th, Evan 9th, Kimmy 10th, Thopia 11th, Timbed 12th, Forever Sin 13th, Jake Marsh 14th, Preston, unlucky for him, is DNF and finishes 15th, Shane DNF 16th, Charlie DNF 17th, Fuzzy DNF 18th, and Bo DNF in 19th. Wow.
That was a mixed bag.
Crazy.
Crazy. As a couple of our drivers join at the party now, we'll just wait for the final.
Yes, we're just waiting for Monsieur Fez. That's if he decides to join us.
Well, should we start with the podium, and if Fez joins, we will discuss with him when he does join his 2nd place.
Well, Herod.
Yeah.
Great drive from you, my friend. Great drive. P1, how you feeling?
Absolutely fucking amazing. In only my 2nd race, I expected a podium throughout all season, but I didn't expect a win that early.
Yeah, I was going to say rookie driver first race win, you know, and also keeping the Mercedes streak alive, getting a win every single season for the Mercedes team.
Powered by MG.
Yeah. Jackson?
Well, of course, congratulations to Herod. I mean, how hard was it to just keep your car out of the walls today? Because it seems a lot of drivers are struggling with that. What was your thought process going through it? Was it just to focus on not crashing, or was that sort of a bonus?
Just a mix between keeping a good pace and not crashing. Like, I also got very lucky with that virtual safety car when I pitted, so I got an overcut on Fares. Later on when when he crashed with Tim, I believe it was. And then I just keep it clean, and then came out on P1.
Well, Kyle,
Yes, hello.
hello. Good to see you on the podium once again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I
Um,
like it.
Also, 3-4 for Haas.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised
Good
by
points.
Victor. Actually, he was. I mean, I don't know where he qualified, but yeah, he impressed me today. It was good. It was very nice to see us getting good points with the team. He drove really well, so I'm happy. I'm happy for both of us, really.
Good. Jackson, over to you.
Well, of course, Kyle starting 10th, your teammate starting 12th, making your way up into 3rd and 4th. Towards the end of that race, were there any worries that you had that your teammate managed to put the pressure on you for the podium, or did you think that you had that covered off?
No, I had it in the bag. I mean, I was saving my ERS for that whole time. That just in case in case that situation was to happen. But even if he did attack me, I wasn't going to fight too hard anyway, because after everyone had so many issues in front of me, securing points was the number one priority, I think. And yeah, getting a podium makes it that little bit better. So yeah, I wouldn't have fought him. It didn't matter to me. I just wanted good points for Haas, and that's it really.
Well, that is good to hear. Now, Fairs joined the party.
Hello.
Well, that was a mixed race for you. Starting off, losing the lead early on, but then getting it back when Preston spun. Then, of course, losing out with that virtual safety car. And then that incident with Tim. It didn't seem like the motorsport gods wanted to win today. First of all, what happened between you and Tim when you were battling?
I mean, yeah, I was on the inside. I really thought I had the move covered, and then he broke really late. So I realized that he wanted to fight it. So I pinched myself on the maximum to the inside, so I can give him more space or don't run him off. And then he just turns in and takes the normal racing line as if I'm not there. Yeah, I kind of got pissed off. I still am, but I'm a bit more calm now. I honestly think I could have fought for the win with Juan, but he honestly drove a fantastic race. He deserved it, but it would have been nice to be able to battle him, and yeah, hopefully in the next few races.
Okay, so next round being Russia, I believe. Yes. How are you guys thinking or feeling about racing around Russia yet again for Torpedo? Herod?
Yes.
How are you feeling about Russia for next week?
Not hoping for a win again. Being honest.
Well, you never know.
Well, I'm so slow at fucking. Well, sorry for the bad word, but I'm so slow at Russia.
Okay, fair enough. Kyle?
I'm actually quite confident in Russia. I prioritized Russia over Baku because I didn't think I'd do well today. But yeah, I think I can make some noise next week at Russia. I'm confident.
Fairs?
Yeah, I'm quite confident for Russia too. Last season, I wasn't able to do quali because I got a quali ban. But I actually quite like driving the track, so hopefully I'm always aiming for the win.
Good. Jackson, anything else to add?
No, just of course congratulations to all of the podium sitters, and of course all those that finished that
Yes,
race, because
indeed.
that was quite a race of attrition. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, next week go to Russia. It's usually quite an entertaining race. Throws up some good battles. Usually mixes things up. Of course, last season we saw that wet Q1, which saw a few surprise exits. So hopefully we have another entertaining race like we did last season. But that's it from me. So
yeah, that is it from me as well. Thank you so much for everyone that came out to the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel. We do really appreciate it. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all again next week. So from me, it's a goodbye. Take care now.
See you
Bye.
guys.
See you later.